Hey Scorpio, welcome to your monthly love reading for September 2021. I was not able to get love readings out for August, so the weekly forecasts are going to have love cards at the end of them for the August readings. But this is for September, love and romance, for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's go ahead and see what's coming up here for you guys, my darlings. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What messages do we have for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? What messages do we have for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? What messages do we have for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus? What messages do we have for Scorpio for love and romance? One more shuffle here. One more good one. There we go. I don't know, sometimes the cards feel like they need a little bit more. Alright, I don't know. I'm feeling like nervous energy, Scorpio. I'm feeling nervous energy, and I'm feeling kind of like you're questioning a decision you made, or you're questioning a decision you're about to make. So you might be going into a commitment hesitantly, or you may have made a commitment and now you're like, did I do the right thing? It could be something else. We're going to see what the cards have to say. But I'm just feeling that this feeling of like, you know, just like this antsy feeling. The first card here is the King of Pentacles. I'm sorry. I'm giggling here because it just confirmed everything for me. If you're new here, you're like, why is this crazy lady laughing? Okay, so traditionally, right? Traditionally, King of Pentacles could be a Taurus person or any earth sign, really. It could be a Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus, but I kind of see King of Pentacles more like Taurus-y, but it could be any earth sign. That's just me and like the way I feel the energy around it. However, okay, you guys who watch my readings, you've heard me talk about the King of Pentacles and how over the years reading for people, this card has a special meaning for me. When my guides have the King of Pentacles come up, it's telling me that something is coming in that seems really good and really exciting, but you're kind of questioning if you're ready for it, right? So if this was a job situation, you know, I'd be like, oh my gosh, you're going to get offered this really big job or this really big promotion, and you're going to be like questioning if you could handle it. And my whole message with the King of Pentacles is like, if you weren't ready for it, it wouldn't be here now. It's here now because you're ready for it. So Scorpio, some of you might be in this energy where you're like, okay, well, I'm pretty much manifesting everything I wanted, right? I'm manifesting the partner I wanted. I'm manifesting the kind of commitment I wanted. Or my partner is finally on the same page with me and they're ready to work towards the goals that I've been wanting to do for the longest time. But you're like, holy moly, like, I don't know if I'm ready now. Like, I didn't know it was going to happen so soon. Even if you've been trying to manifest it for like more than a year, you're still like, whoa, I didn't think it was gonna happen now. Am I ready? Can I handle it? Like, you're second guessing yourself. And I told you in the beginning, I feel this nervous energy, like, what am I doing? Like, should I say yes? Or I said yes, did I make a mistake saying yes? And the King of Pentacles is like, look, if you weren't ready, it wouldn't be here now. I also feel in this relationship, the reason why Scorpio is feeling a little bit nervous or uncomfortable is this is a level of commitment. It could be a commitment within a commitment. Let me just clarify that. So if you're already married or if you're already committed to someone, you guys might be embarking on something together, like purchasing property or doing something in terms of a business. But I feel like you're nervous because your money, right? Your money is gonna, like, there's gonna be issues of money here. And I feel that for a lot of you watching this reading, financial independence is massive for you. Maybe some of you have spent the last few years trying to get to a certain place financially or trying to be able to support yourself financially, and now you're finding yourself in a situation where you're like, well, wait a minute now my money is tied to somebody else, and it's maybe making you kind of worried or scared that there's going to be some kind of dependency or you know, like kind of taking away a little bit of your independence. I don't feel like this is a situation for you to like depend on someone else financially. I just feel like having to make financial decisions with somebody else is making some of you nervous. I do feel that those of you who are single and going into a new relationship, like a relationship might be taking the next level, right? Or you've been getting to know somebody and it's becoming more serious, and there may be talk of moving in together or getting married. And I feel some of you are being presented with the opportunity to quit your job, and to just kind of do whatever you want to do. You know, find yourself, go back to school, start a business, work on your fitness goals, sit around and eat bonbons all day. Do they even still make bonbons? I don't know. But like whatever, like just like this person is like, look, I don't need you to work, so if you don't want to work, you don't have to, kind of thing. And I feel that some of you might be like, oh, well, that would be a dream come true. But now that it's being presented to you, you're like, no, thank you, but no thank you, right? You're just kind of like in this energy where you're like, no, because you're seeing that as like, well, what if I'm like stuck in a bad situation? Or what if they start acting up and then I can't leave because I'm dependent on them? And so I do feel some of you are like nervous about money decisions around the commitment. Okay, as far as the commitment goes, though, Spirit is saying if you weren't ready for it, it wouldn't be here now, right? So there's a sense of like establishing roots with this person, a sense of home, a sense of like the way money is coming in and like business. And so a lot of you are like, whoa, this is a lot to take in. The next card coming up here is the High Priestess. Okay, now the High Priestess also I know is associated with Pisces, so a lot of you may have Pisces energy coming in here, or you may have a Pisces placement coming to the surface. Pisces for me also has a Taurus vibe. When I see Pisces, I feel Taurus, I see Taurus. Okay, now I also know that depending on certain ways of analyzing astrology, some people say yes, Pisces, High Priestess is also Taurus energy, and some people say absolutely not. I've heard that debate, but I'm just going to say this because of the energy that I read. I am feeling strong Taurus vibes here. Strong Taurus vibes here. Now, I have to say this. Some of you might be manifesting a Taurus, but some of you might have a Taurus placement. Okay? A lot of we Scorpios have Taurus placements. And so it could be that wherever your Taurus placement is, that area of your life is coming in really strong. Really, really strong in this relationship. So it could be that that area of your life is causing you to meet this person and align with this person. It could be that area of your life is impacting the relationship. Okay, like for me, I'm a Scorpio and I have a Taurus moon. So if you have a Taurus moon, it could be that your emotions are really kind of coming to the surface, and your emotions are what you're having to work through. Okay, so there could be things from the past coming up. There could be emotional things coming up that you might be working through, so that you can feel fully ready to embrace what's coming in for you in terms of this opportunity for a relationship. Okay, High Priestess though in general is gonna be listening to your gut and listening to your intuition. Okay, I feel for a lot of you, you are healers. The High Priestess for me, when it comes up in a reading, it tells me, well, first and foremost, it's a major arcana card. So major arcana cards come up when this is like a significant chapter. This is a significant defining moment in your life. And when the major arcana cards come in for me between two people, it tells me that there's a strong past life connection with this person. You guys have known each other before. You've made an agreement that you were going to meet in this lifetime for a specific reason. And the High Priestess is very spiritual, but it's also very, I'm not allowed to say the word on YouTube, rhymes with lectual. There's the Marvin Gaye song, lectual healing, we'll say, right? And so there could be those issues coming to the surface. Typically with the High Priestess, it's like somebody cannot wait to pull you into bed. They cannot wait. And when they are pulling you into bed, they're like, it's very intense, very massive chemistry, very like fireworks, you know, because they may be feeding off of your energy. Okay, they may be feeding off of your energy here. And so some of you are having to have boundaries as far as that's concerned. Okay, some of you are breaking out of the cycle of being in relationships with people who might be emotional vampires. Okay, High Priestess is going to be very susceptible to emotional vampires, okay, or people who just are kind of like pulling at you for healing, for encouragement, for support, for love. And so there's a sense of boundaries with the High Priestess. Some of you Scorpios are going to find yourself in a situation where you're committing to somebody and then all of a sudden everybody's falling out of the woodwork. Exes from the past are resurfacing. People from high school are tracking you down and reaching out. You're going to the store to buy milk and people are like, oh, hey, who are you? And trying to talk to you and flirt with you. Like, I just see this happening for some of you Scorpios. Like, you're committing to someone and then all of a sudden all these people are coming out of nowhere, like wanting to be with you, right? I don't know if you've ever had that situation with a job where you've been looking for work forever, and the second you start your first day, all of a sudden people are emailing you and calling you like, oh, we have your resume, come for an interview, or oh, you interviewed with us 3 months ago, we want to offer you the job. All of a sudden, everybody wants you now that you've already found something. And so I just feel some of you Scorpios, you might have those commitment issues coming to the surface. Not that you want to go and jump into bed with a bunch of different people, but you might be questioning yourself like, am I ready to do this? Did I do the right thing? Am I supposed to be with someone else? Am I supposed to not be in this relationship? And am I supposed to commit myself to my spiritual path and my spiritual work? The High Priestess is very spiritual. So I feel like a lot of you are questioning this, but again, the King of Pentacles is like, this is happening for a reason, right? But it's up to you, Scorpio. When we talk about boundaries in the High Priestess, it's up to you to allow yourself to have the experience, to accept it, but to have healthy boundaries in place to where you feel safe around it, right? So to where you go like, okay, well, I can do this, but I can also feel protected. I can also feel safe in this decision. The next card here, my darlings, is the Three of Wands. And Three of Wands can be enterprise, and it can be a self-employment and launching something and putting something out there. So this may not only be a love relationship, there could be a business partnership. Three of Wands also has to do with like awakening. You're seeing things that you can't see, like a mental expansion. So for some of you, this might be a relationship that somebody might be kind of broadening your experience in relationships. Maybe there might be some new things in terms of physical intimacy that you haven't considered trying before, that they might be bringing it up to you. There's some kind of awakening here. And having the Three of Wands follow the High Priestess makes me feel that there might be certain things in terms of physical intimacy that are being presented to you that you might be like, whoa, I've never thought of that, or I've never thought of connecting in that way with somebody. I know that the Three of Wands in love readings gets a bad rap because there's some people that want to look at the Three of Wands and say, oh, there's a third party situation. Oh, this person's going between you and a couple of other people. And that's not to say that Three of Wands never means that. Three of Wands can mean that from time to time, but it doesn't mean that every single time it comes up. It depends on the other cards in the situation. It depends on the energy in the reading. And here we have a lot around awakening and putting ourselves out there. Putting ourselves out there. I have to tell you, Scorpio, whatever's happening for you in love and romance in September is really making you aware of the vulnerability that you've been pushing down for so long while you've been handling your business, right? While you've been making things happen. You've been making money moves, you've been making life moves, you know, and so there's just a lot that you haven't really had time to think about or pay attention to. And I feel like a lot of this is coming together or coming to a head in September for you. I feel also that a lot of you Scorpios are in a situation with this relationship where, how can I say this? My gosh, like, I feel like you're dealing with a person who doesn't know, like they're not as decisive as you are. And I feel like they're going through this really intense spiritual awakening, and you're just kind of watching them and holding space for them. And there's going to be times that you're looking at this person, and you're going to feel like they're a balloon, and the air is coming out of the balloon, and they're just like bouncing around all over the place. And you're like, oh my gosh, like what are they doing? Oh my gosh, what are they doing? But you can't control it. You can't control it. Like, you're having to watch them and give them time to figure it out. And you're holding space. You're creating space for this person. And I feel like you're having so many epiphanies about relationships, about people, about spirituality, about past lives, about incarnations. Maybe there is an incarceration for some of you. Maybe that word didn't come up by accident. Not that you're being incarcerated, but maybe you're dealing with someone who was incarcerated or coming out of an incarceration. But there's this feeling in this sense where you're just like, oh my gosh, you just kind of, like, you have to let them go. And there's no way to go but forward. No way to go but to go through it and to let them go through it. I don't feel like this is a dangerous person. I just feel like this is someone that they need you. They need your presence. They need your stability. They need your healing. They need your patience. They need your spiritual energy. And you just have to let them figure it out. I think that this is somebody who really has it together on the outside. I think when people look at them, like they have everything. They have everything you could imagine. People see this person as very successful, but they're a wreck. They are a wreck, and they don't want it. They don't want you to tell them how to fix it. They just want you to, like, have their back while they figure it out. I'm just getting that vibe here from the Three of Wands. The next card that's coming up here is the Star. Okay, this could be Aquarius energy for some of you. Okay, if you have an Aquarius placement, you may be dealing with an Aquarius or someone who has an Aquarius placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. It doesn't have to be their sun sign. Another major arcana card, right? And it's similar. This is similar to Pisces. Pisces had major arcana cards weaving through their readings. So Scorpio, I'm getting the same feeling here with the major arcana cards weaving through. This is going to be really up and down. This is going to be kind of roller coastery. When the major arcana cards come up, we're going through really big energetic shifts. We're coming into a new chapter. We're coming into defining moments. Okay? Now, the Star card is very positive, right? The Star card in tarot follows the Tower. So when the Star card comes up, I just had to peek there. We'll get to that in just a moment. When the Star card comes up, the worst of it is over. The worst of it is behind you. The Tower has already occurred. The Tower is card 16, right? 15 is the devil. 15 is we're stuck, we're trapped. 16 happens and we're getting busted out of the Tower. We're being freed from something that has made our life a prison. And then 17 is, okay, all the chaos is over. We're away from the devil. We're away from the prison. And now 17 is, we can make long-term plans that are actually going to stick. We can heal. We can be happy. There's also a sense of, like, attraction and attractiveness that comes with the Star card. So I feel like a lot of you are finding that level of, like, embracing that physical energy, embracing your attractiveness, or some of you feel like you're morphing into a more attractive version of yourself. But the Star card is making long-term plans. It's comfortable retirement. A lot of people don't know that. It's income coming in from more than one avenue or more than one stream. I do feel for a lot of you Scorpios, this person, this relationship that you're going to be in, especially for those of you that do have a person who's going around like that balloon losing air, like knocking around all over the place. I feel like this person is seeing you as the star and putting you on a pedestal. Okay? And I feel like this is going to feel very humbling to you. Like, I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this. I don't deserve this. But Spirit is saying that you need to get comfortable with it. because something about this relationship and something about this connection is opening the door to your long-term path and your long-term way of helping and healing people. Maybe you're going to share your experience with other people. Maybe you're going to help other couples with the experience that you're having in this relationship. Or this person is just really going to support you and have your back as you go towards other business ideas or putting yourself out there in a more public way. Okay? But I feel like you're being trained to accept attention. A lot of attention and a lot of praise. Scorpios in general tend to be very private people. Scorpios tend to not like to put themselves out there in a really public way and have everybody staring at them, you know. But some of you Scorpios are going to have to get used to that. And I feel that the level of attention you're getting from this person is one of the ways in which you're being prepared for that. Now, your next card here is the Five of Cups. And Five of Cups is disappointment and things not going the way that you had hoped or the way that you had planned. And so I told you, it's going to be really up and down. When I have the major arcana cards coming in back to back, it tells me there's a lot of changes that are going to be happening. And when they come in weaved like that, it tells me that there's up and down, very roller coastery. Now, Five of Cups does not mean that the relationship's not going to work out. Five of Cups means that there's an issue here with self-medication and having a hard time with allowing yourself to feel. And I feel, Scorpio, I told you guys in the beginning, a lot of you are having vulnerability coming to the surface that's very uncomfortable for you. You're going to be tempted to self-medicate. Even when this relationship is good, even when this person is like, oh my gosh, Scorpio, I adore you, you're amazing, I love you, you're the best. Even when things are on a high point, like you're overwhelmed by your feelings and emotions and you don't want to feel those feelings. And so a lot of you are going to be really tempted to self-medicate, whether it's throwing yourself into your work and being a workaholic, or smoking the grass, or I don't know what I'm allowed to say here on YouTube, or physical intimacy, or sugar, or gambling, or food, or whatever it might be. There's a billion different ways to self-medicate. And I'm sorry to say, Scorpio, I feel like a lot of you are dealing with a partner who also has this issue, okay? Because I feel here, I'm seeing all this water and the reflection of the water is jumping out at me. I'm seeing reflections here, reflections here, reflections here. There's water there. They're staring out. And so I feel for a lot of you, and this might be the way in which you're learning and growing in the way that you might help other people, overcoming this fear of feeling or running away from your emotions. I also hear being present is a big thing here. Being present, being alert. So, it might be a little overwhelming for you. All in all, I have to say these cards tell me that this is a significant partner. This is a lot of good things, abundance, spiritual growth, it just growing and evolving and ascending and manifesting. But it's going to feel scary for a lot of you. It's going to feel scary for a lot of you. And I've said this in previous videos. We had the whole Saturn cycle not that long ago that lasted a good, I think 10 or 12 years. And it didn't let up until a couple of years ago. And so a lot of Scorpios are just barely catching their breath after going through that decade of hell. So it can be really scary to feel like, oh, okay, it's safe for me to receive now. That can feel very scary. But you're going to have to get used to it, my dears. You've been wanting good stuff to come in. It's coming in. Don't push it away. Don't push it away. And know and understand that the person you're dealing with is holding up a mirror for you. The things that you maybe want to change about yourself, or the places where you have wounds that you haven't had a chance to get to yet, that you haven't had a chance to heal yet. But I feel like there's potential here if you allow yourself to have the experience that this can be very stable and very happy and very lifelong. It is a general reading. You may want to check out your moon sign, rising sign, Venus sign videos. If this is none of those for you, some months those might resonate for you more than others. you may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you go to calendly.com/amethystangelite, you can schedule a private reading with me there. I am having a limited time sale where I've reduced the prices for private readings. If you want to check out the pricing, you can check out the community tab. And if you want to book with me, you can book at calendly.com/amethystangelite. Be well, my dears.